Good day, Grand Rising. Welcome, everyone. You are tuned into the Peak Wellness Hour, brought to you by Peak Home Care Associates, located in Noblesville, Indiana. You are here with myself, Angelina, and our founder and CEO, Queen Edith. And it is December 16th, right? We are almost done with this year, with 2023. And as you know, we have all been busy here. I'm sure you all have been busy, and we don't want to wrap this year up too quickly. We want to embrace every day that we have left of December in 2023. But unfortunately, for Peak Home Care, this is going to be our last broadcast for 2023. Now, we're going to take a break to kind of just get everything together, give you all some time to get life together after the holidays. But we want to make sure that you all stay connected with us via website, via social media platforms, in the midst of us being absent for the next couple weeks, right? And we're going to miss it. But we're going to, like I said, we're going to refresh and all that jazz and come back to you with more amazing conversations. But today we're going to reflect on everything that we've talked about, where we're going, all that good stuff. So I'm going to stop talking and let Queen Edith speak. Queen.
Hey, Queen Angelina, my angel, thank you. The first thing I want to say is to thank you for being so consistent, being such a pillar, being such a rock for us to be able to depend on you. You have been unwavering all these months that you've been with us. And I am so grateful to you. I really, really am. When I was gone 2 or 3 weeks, you were here. You were not just here online, but you were here everywhere doing everything that I should be doing but couldn't do. And so I just want to say thank you.
Thank you, Queen, and thank you. And don't let you all fool her. She's been doing a lot. So whatever you think she's not been doing, she's been on her game, taking care of business. So yes.
Well,
Yes,
thank you. And
I
I
appreciate it.
appreciate your king and your family for allowing that Saturday morning, because Monday through Friday can be crazy, but how about Saturday morning? She's taking my Saturday too, the breakfast time. So thank you to you, your family, and you've shown me your heart, and I'm most grateful.
Thank you, Queen. That means a lot. Thank you. And it's so mutual. Thank you. Thank you.
And
It's an honor. It's really an honor. So yeah.
you are a sister. You
Thank
are,
you.
you are. And to our friends and family and followers and everybody, and the home care, senior care, or even care, just care in general, caring for our seniors, caring for our children with developmental challenges, caring for people who have come home from surgery and need help. Care, all of you, and for this community of care, caring for our mothers, our fathers, and bringing in that external caregiver. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for what you stand for. Thank you for being the advocates. Thank you for looking out. Thank you even for the families caring for their own people. Thank you for bringing us in and noticing when you need help, when you need support, when you need a break. Thank you. We want to say thank you. I know we've not been here for so long. We're not here all year through, but we've been here the last few months, and you have been here with us. You have allowed us to share our stuff on your different pages. I've had a lot of emails, those of you who want to be on our website, and forgive us for not reaching out, but we're working on all of that. We are getting it all together, and I do believe that we're going to strategize and we're going to form some great networks. And next year we will keep going and we will not stop. We will do better. We will be better. And so I want to say thank you. I
Yes.
just want to say thank you, and not just, and to all our workforce out there, all the ladies out there. To Tish, thank you so much. And I know that very soon you're gonna start joining us. So yes, I know you have family and all, but soon you will be joining us. I look forward to those days when it will be just you and Queen Angel, or you and I, or just sitting here and just sharing from our experiences. So I want to thank the staff, Peak Home Care staff, our clients and their families. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. I know this was not a thank you show, but it is a stream. But I just, this my heart, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you, Queen.
Absolutely. And you know what, like you said, we have echo. Like you said, we can't always get back to everyone, but we see you. We see you liking what we do, sharing what we do. And it's so important because what we do, we do want to spread this message, right, of holistic caregiving. So by way of you doing that, that is an awesome way to give back. So thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And it's not said lightly. You know, we don't show gratitude toward one another anymore. You know, we don't acknowledge one another anymore. So this is really important for us. Like Queen said, it's not titled a thank you message, but toward the end of the year, we want to thank you all. That is so important. Foundations, the connections that we make, they're valuable. So it means everything. So it is so appreciated. So yes, definitely.
I just remembered, I've just thought about traditions, hospice, and home care. And we've had them as our guests. Just want to shout out to you, traditions. Thank you for all the work you do. Thank you for the collaborations. Thank you for the love you give to, our seniors who are visibly, that's what I'll say, transitioning. And so thank you. Today we want to just not take all of your time. We want to just bring a summarize, talk about some of the things we've talked about over the period of time we've been here. And we want to give Queen Angel and myself and everybody else the time to, this is the last, well, Christmas is on a Monday, so this is the one of the last weekends, because next weekend will be a rush. So everybody can get the break they need. Her Christmas tree is not up. I don't see it anywhere. Mine is not up. So we can take time to celebrate the birth of the Christ who came to give us salvation. We want to take the time and take a break, rest. So this is exciting. One of the things we've talked about, the most important things we've talked about is ensuring that your senior has enough lighting in their home, because you never know when they're seeing and when they're not seeing well. It might take time for it to no, but just creating a safe atmosphere. The key is creating a safe atmosphere. Anything you can think about that will bring safety, right? We talk about lighting, we talk about carpeting the racks on the floor. We talked about checking their eyes, their balance, and ears have a lot with their ability to have balance when they're walking, what's going on in their ears. Those are very important. It's Christmas season. Remember that whilst you take care and surround your senior woman. What do you want to say?
I was thinking too, I know last week we had the conversation, about, seasonal things, and something that we did not talk about as far as preparation for the holidays. I want to say this really quickly before we wrap up the year, because it is important when you are preparing with your seniors, with your loved ones to go out, especially if they live in senior communities. It's very important to make sure that you are properly prepared. So depending on where you live, the weather can be kind of funny sometimes. So you do want to make sure that you're preparing if your loved one has incontinent issues. Make sure you have enough incontinent supplies when you go out. You might just be going out for the night, but if the weather's weird, and you get stuck somewhere, what do? You're going out for the night, with your loved one. Do you have enough medications? My rule of thumb is 3 days. It's always good to have 3 days worth of medications. Make sure you have the supplies that you need for your loved ones, supplements, water. Those things are really important. I know we talked about hydration, right? A while ago, we talked about that, but we have to remember that all because it's not hot outdoors anymore, it's not that hot season, there still is a risk for dehydration. So make sure you're paying attention to those signs. Like I said, don't get stressed out over the holiday season. Be mindful, and stay on top of your game as a caregiver, so you're not overwhelmed in the event that something goes left, so something to think about.
And you mentioned dehydration, and you mentioned that it's not hot outside, but even more so now, seniors tend their heat really high up there, and a lot of them don't have humidifiers.
Mm-hmm.
So the dryness is affecting them. So more so, they need to hydrate because of
Mm-hmm.
the dryness in the atmosphere. And though they want the heat, make sure that it's not too hot. It's
Mm-hmm.
not too hot because some of their places is just too hot,
Mm-hmm.
and it's, I don't think is the healthiest. And one thing I've come to learn is the showers as well. Some of them love to shower every day, but be mindful of the temperature of the water, because the harder it is, the drier, and the drier it makes their skin, together with the heat, the dryness of the heat. If it's really important, and I think it is, that we should have humidifiers for our seniors in the season, have humidifiers in their homes, because it is dry in some of the places, really dry in their apartments and in their homes. So keep your eye on the thermostat, and keep your eye on the thermostat. So that's a great one that you just talked about. That's very, very important. And I think I'd like to add that when you decorate, most of you have already done, be sure to clear the path they walk. Don't
Mm-hmm.
don't make it so chaotic that something is on the floor that they can easily slide on, especially those of them who walk. A lot of them don't like their walkers, so let's just make sure that we have the path they walk is clear, no matter what is going on, whether they're in their own house, whether they are visiting family. Let's make sure that we provide the safe atmosphere for them to.
Yes, I agree. I agree. We did talk about falls. Um, I was smiling. We did talk about falls. It was something you said not too long ago. It'll come back to me because it was a couple weeks ago. We were talking about fall. Well, a while ago, we were talking about falls. I want to recap on that. It's going to come back to me. But yeah, definitely make sure the pathways are clear. Oh, this was going to say, even like with the area rugs, a lot of us are putting down the cool Christmas mats right in front of our doors. Be aware of those kind of things. How they flip up sometimes. Just kind of be aware. Proper footwear is always important all year round. So definitely be diligent. We also covered over the past few months, the biggest thing for me that we covered was dignity with our seniors. Dignity. And I know around this time of year, we're lovey-dovey and we feel warm and giving inside, but we want to be consistent with that. When we are reaching out to our loved ones, make sure you take time, right? Don't just, Connie, we talked about that not so long ago. Don't just, text, your senior, happy holidays, check on your loved ones. Stop texting our seniors. Check on our loved ones. I'm having a complicated time with these phones anymore. Let's make our seniors' lives as easy as possible. Check on your loved ones throughout the season, all winter long. You don't know if they're living alone. You want to make sure they have the proper supplies they need. Same thing, make sure they have everything in their homes so that if we're stuck, right, everything's good. Just be proactive in our care for the rest of the year. Yeah, be very proactive and don't take your fall.
I would like to talk about the families of our seniors as well. I want to talk to them. Many of us, or many of you, are able to take some time off work. Please rest up. Please rest up. Life keeps getting complicated, especially in this .com era.
Mhm.
So the internet era where there was a time when you leave work and you come home, you're home, right?
Mhm.
You're home, but now you're home, but your emails are on your phone. We're doing so much on the phone, even if it's not work, it's social media. It's Please, the most valuable gift we have is our families. The most valuable gift we have is our families. If social media, if our eyes are in our phone or on the computer, on the screens all the time,
Mhm.
the children are doing it, mom is doing it, dad is doing it, it's no big deal.
Mhm.
But where is the quality time? Where we take 2 hours a day, no phone period, every single day, at least during these holidays. I know everybody's texting happy holidays, everybody's texting Merry Christmas, everybody's texting Happy New Year. What about those right around you?
Mhm.
Because I didn't grow up in the .com era, but some of my favorite memories in my life is the memories that we were being silly as a family together, laughing, talking, eating. I love to tease my dad. My dad loved to tease my mom, and we all laugh. They didn't involve money, but the quality of time. Today, neither my parents are alive. But
Mhm.
I always look back and smile. What legacies are we leaving with our children,
Mhm.
especially in this era? Please make memories.
Yes.
Take the time and make memory.
Mhm.
Do with mom, with dad, with your husband, with your wife, with your girlfriend if you're single, with your children. Make the time. It
Mhm.
doesn't have to cost a lot of money. Listen, you can boil corn, you can do whatever. It's not all that. It's just that togetherness. That's who we were created to be. Community, family. That's what enriches our lives. That's what gives us really all the things, all the nutrition. Seriously.
Mhm.
Quality time with our loved ones gives you that boost that medication will not give you.
Yes. Yes. May I ask you a personal question, Queen?
Please do.
And you do not have to answer this, but what would you say to listeners? I know you said you lost both of your parents. So, what do you say to family members that are dealing with loss this time of year? What would you say to encourage them to refocus, or I don't know, um, he'll be well balanced. I don't know how I want to put that when it comes to loss, because it's very personal for everyone. But I know, like, a lot around this time of year, people do reflect more so on their lost loved ones. I have not lost my parents. Um, so what do you say to that, where you have the depression and, that somber kind of energy, um, in reflection of those past, in order to be able to move forward and not move on, but move forward and embrace life and other family and loved ones around us. What are your thoughts on that?
We all have different coping mechanisms.
Mhm.
For many, it's their faith. It's what they believe in. What is your faith? What do you believe in?
Mhm.
And how does that speak to you in this time of mourning? You
Mhm.
you probably just lost mom. Somebody just lost their mom, just lost their dad in the season, and they have so much going on already.
Mhm.
This is what I'll say to you: let your faith, whatever it is you believe in, I know it speaks to mourning. It also speaks to finding peace in the fact that You did everything you could for that loved one. And
Mhm.
that there is a time and a season for everything under the sun. There is a time to be born and there's a time to die. It is inevitable. We will all go at some point.
Mhm.
One of the first things I'll say is if your parents are living, make the most. Make the most
Mhm.
of it. If they are gone, listen, whether you did your best or you personally feel that you didn't do your best. I do believe in one thing. They're in a realm where they see and they know more than you
Mhm.
will ever know. They see here, we don't see there, naturally.
Mhm.
So they know you love them. They know you care about them. They know you gave them your all. Don't let the feeling or whatever it is that is giving you some level of guilt stop you. Faith, whatever you believe in, is empowerment to move forward, knowing that your loved one is in a better place.
Mhm.
And if they had stayed on earth, my mother used to say something, she said it for years. So I don't want to get sick and lay down and for you guys to be turn. Initially, she said there'll be nobody to take care of. I said, Mom, I'll stop everything I'm doing, come and take care of you. Then she said, oh, I don't want to be turned left and turned right. I don't want that.
Mhm.
My mother's death was such a shock to
Mhm.
me because it was not like it was not I would say we were not blessed or maybe not, but with the process that my father had, the process. I literally prayed that God would take my father away because he was suffering. So I
Mhm.
don't know, my mother did not want to lay down to be turned left, right, and be buried. My mother did not want that. She prayed that for years. And she went that way. We were the ones shocked. We were the ones crying. But guess what? She got what she wanted.
Mhm.
So let's not beat ourselves up, please.
Mhm.
In this season, if you believe in Christ, He died, He overcame death. Know that your parents, because Christ overcame death, are overcoming death. They have overcome. The Apostle Paul said one thing. He said that, and we said, death, death, where is your sting? He said, for me to live as Christ and to die is gain. They are okay. They really are okay.
Mhm.
They are okay. I won't say it's easier said than done because I've walked the path and I wasn't even there. I was in America while my parents were dying in Africa and I was not there. But they are okay.
Mhm.
Remember the good memories. Celebrate them. Tuesday was my mom's birthday. I celebrated it. And so celebrate them. Live the memories. Enjoy it. But live. Because God forbid if anything were to happen to you today, you would want your children and your loved ones to live.
Mhm.
So live. And know that they were a gift and you were a gift for a period and you enjoyed and you are thankful for that period. They've passed on the baton. The greatest way to honor them is to live.
Yes. Great answer. Thank you. Great answer. That's so true, though. Great answer. And you're right. It's not always um, as easy done as it is said, but it is a process in how we view life and the sacredness of life. Every moment counts. So we're talking about the holiday season, but every moment counts. And you have to make it count. Um, there's always a reason to celebrate and express gratitude. So as caregivers, we know it can be a highly responsible role as a caregiver, right? We understand that we want to encourage you to just take your time and just enjoy life. All you, like Queen Edith said, all you can do is what you can do. If you're trying your best, that's all you can do. Don't beat up on yourself, but celebrate yourself. And those milestones is going to be what gets you through. Applauding yourself, you're rewarding yourself. And that's why it's an honor for us to be here, because a lot of times people don't hear, the positive side. They don't hear that support, that encouragement, and especially when you're always going, sometimes we hear it and I'm proud of you, or you did a good job. Doesn't matter when we're so busy that we don't take the time to let that soak in, that your worth and what you do is worth acknowledging, so as caregivers, and I know we do talk about, when we mention our seniors, we say mom or dad, but we realize that we have nieces taking care of aunts and uncles. We have cousins taking care of one another, a whole lot of dynamics, so we don't leave you all out with that. It just kind of hits home when we say mother and father, but we realize that caregivers give care to all sorts of people, as mothers.
Even step parents. People are taking care of their
Yes.
step parents. So, but in that mother figure or father figure, we embrace all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
And I wanted to add this, that listen, if after all is said and that you're still struggling, get help.
Mm-hmm.
Get help to process the things you're struggling with. Why are you struggling with this? Mom was 80, mom was 60, mom was 90. Cancer took them, some kind of disease took them. They suffered so much. I get all that. Get help. Talk to a grief counselor. Because when you process it, you can make some sense of it. Whatever that sense is, you can make some sense of it so you can live. But whoever you have lost, whether it's a child, whether it's a mom, who is auntie, sister, cousin, stepmother, all of that, whether it's a dad, and in all categories of who you call a dad, maybe uncle, I was going to say auntie, but it can be a dad, right? Uncle, father, brother, friend, your mother's best friend, all of that, even your parents' boyfriend or girlfriend, because at some age you lose a spouse and you bring somebody, you may not be married, but you're together so long, they're family. Please, if you are struggling with living on, please get help. You can reach out to us. We will make recommendations.
We certainly will. And of course, as we say, we're never giving medical advice outside of our scope of practice. So don't take it like that. But yeah, definitely. And that's a very good point. We don't, and we talked about this before, we don't like to discuss mental well balance, right? And healing and growth. But it's an important thing. Who wants to go through life unhealthy in your mind and in your spirit, and then in your body as a result? It is important, especially as caregivers. I think everybody could use some counseling and therapy, even counselors and therapists. There's nothing wrong with finding a healthy balance, especially when you consistently give to others and pour out of yourself into others. I always say you can't pour out of, your cup, your overflow. You give with the overflow. So when you're pouring out of your cup, you're depleting yourself. So ask for that overflow, ask for that abundance to sustain you in your caregiving and in paying it forward, so that you can balance yourself out and you don't feel depleted and overwhelmed and stressed out and unappreciated. So I'll land there with that.
Yes. Mental health is major, is very important. There were so many things I didn't know until I started pursuing this course. And so, as a pastor, as a student in mental health, marriage, and family counseling, I'm not licensed, but as a pastoral counselor, I can speak to this. Body, soul, spirit must be in harmony.
Yes.
And there's so much. Your body, soul, spirit must be in harmony. There's so much. And you don't have to wait for
Mhm.
something to happen. You really don't. You don't have to wait. Have a check-in. Have a
Mhm.
therapist, have a counselor, have somebody that you do periodic check-ins. Okay, you
Mhm.
do periodic oil change in the car, but you don't. You sometimes you wait to feel that you need oil change before you do it. But what if you're doing periodic checkups? You find out that you have that peace and harmony within you. If seriously you will, to make life, to make it easier to deal with the issues of life. When you
Yes.
haven't had the chance to process what we are dealing with in a safe environment,
Mhm.
you become a wreck. I've
Yes.
been there and I know that. You will become a wreck. So
Yes.
this holiday season, I say this that, Queen, if it's not too cold, get a blanket over you, get a space heater, sit in your balcony, and just for 10 minutes, get that fresh air, drink a cup
Mhm.
of coffee.
Mhm.
10 minutes, take it, 5 minutes, and just enjoy nature. There's so much to be gotten out of it.
It is. It is. And really quick, I want to read this comment. It says, I had to allow myself to not feel guilty about what I couldn't get to yesterday. Learning to allow others to help me is new for me. That's for a lot of people. And you'll be surprised as mothers, right? As caregivers, it is so difficult anymore for us to be open to accepting help and accepting support and love. That's so important for us to be okay with saying that you deserve, right? No one owes
Right.
us anyone, but we deserve because we give. And so it's, you reap what you sow. So please be comfortable receiving, right, this season and beyond. When you pour out, be okay with receiving. And something else you said when you said the space heater, really important thing. When we talk about checking in with our loved ones, make sure you check that thermostat, because a lot of our seniors have space heaters. A lot of our seniors, we do have seniors that live in less than favorable conditions, right? And not so great home environments, right? And so when you have things that are not working, the water heater, the furnace, things like that, and they're putting on those space heaters, what happens when you have to fall asleep?
The fire
What
hazard.
happens if something happens? Be aware of those things. So make sure with that you're checking on your loved ones, making sure that those heating functions or temperature functions are working properly, so that that's not an issue, and you don't have a tragedy. We overlook a lot of times. We have a lot of house fires in the wintertime because of those space heaters. So be cautious with your loved one. Even for me, we got to be cautious. We got to be careful. So
I
make sure
don't
you.
know how safe it is for a senior to have a space heater, to be honest with you, if there's nobody else in the house. Anything can get caught,
Mm-hmm.
piece of fabric, anything. And whew, yeah, don't do that. If they have a space heater, have someone with them, please. It's needed. It's very important.
Mm-hmm.
It's very important. And to B's comment, sometimes we think getting help means we are not capable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Actually doesn't mean that at all. I've come to learn the lesson. If I can afford to have someone help me clean my house so I can focus on other things,
Mm-hmm.
then my time is used valuably.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes, look, you get to a point where your time is everything. So the little things that you can delegate, you helping another business person, you're supporting each other so you can focus on your core. Hey, I'm not saying we should do it. If we can afford it, we can afford it. Not all of us can afford it. But if you can, get the help. and rest. Even if it's just to put your feet up. Not.
Yes.
The value is you, not the money. The value is you. Seriously. You are the value factor. You are the value factor.
Absolutely.
So place value on you and get the help you need. It doesn't mean you're incapable. It doesn't mean you are inadequate. It actually means that you know when you need help, and that's powerful.
Yes, definitely. Also, I know that a lot of us.
Before you get into that,
Mhm.
don't kill me, Queen.
No,
Is
please.
it okay if I leave you to wrap up?
Yeah. Who are you going?
I'll tell you behind words, but it's family, friends, followers, friends. Thank you.
Yes.
I'll take this opportunity on this platform to wish you a safe holiday season, you and yours. And until we come your way, I come together with your way next week, next
Year.
January. I open the calendar. It will be January 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. January 6th. Have an amazing holiday.
Yes, yes.
You're precious, you're important, so take care of you and yours. Peace.
Yes. I will see you later, Queen.
Yes, yes, thank you. Can you kick me out?
Can I kick you out? I can kick you out.
Yes, please.
Here we go. All righty. So we're gonna finish up. I'm so glad Queen Edith was able to jump on. I know we both had some stuff going on. I'm not gonna keep you all too much longer. But I do want to encourage you all to, with the year wrapping up, to be proactive. And we all do the New Year's resolutions, right? Let's get with something we can stick to. I suggest that we start by planning our vacation time for next year. Give me a kiss, my king. Come give me a kiss. My king is leaving. I love you. Be safe. I'll see you soon. I love you. My king, my nurse king, he's heading out to take care of business, right? Provide care for our seniors around here. So shout out to everyone in healthcare. But yes, I want to encourage you all to plan for the future, plan for next year, especially caregivers. Take some time to think about what you want your year to look like. You know, do you have vacation time that you can take? Do you have some downtime, some you time that you can invest in? Go ahead and make those preparations now. It's a great time to start and hold yourself to them, right? Be diligent with that and be able to take care of you. Give me just a second. Let me let my dog out. Take care of you. So that is so important. We have to have balance, everyone. We have to have balance. So make sure you do that. Our health is important. So as caregivers, we're taking care of so many people. Take care of yourself. Like Edith said, you want to take care of yourself. Make sure that you're able to sustain, right? And serve your purpose. That is so important. We all have purpose. We want to be able to be at our fullest when we serve, right? So I know Edith jumped off here. I know it is a peak wellness hour that you're tuned into. I do have to cut this short here because, like I said, we got on here. Edith has some things to do. I do have a funeral service, a homegoing service to attend to, but I did want to get on here. This was very important to do. So I'm going to get to this homegoing service, but I do want to encourage you all, if you need services, if you need support as a caregiver, someone that just needs direction, you don't know which way to turn, we would love to help you. Like Edith said, she is a pastor. She is she's in school for family therapy, doing the work there. So make sure you all reach out to us. I do life coaching. Make sure you reach out to us if you need support. Reach out to someone if you're in need of support, and get those connections, those meaningful connections that will change the difference in your life. So do not be afraid to do that. We're definitely here for us. Our information is at the bottom of the screen. We are at peakhomecareassociates.com. You can email us at info@Peak Home Care Associates. And again, maybe you're not looking for home care right now. Maybe you're not even in Indiana, but you need some counsel or some guidance as far as what to do with your loved one. Reach out to us. You know, we're all about helping one another. So definitely reach out to us and see how we can help you. We'd love to help you. And you can help us by subscribing, by liking, by sharing. We're all in this together, right? We have a new year coming up. Let's get some new goals, some new ambitions, some new motivation, some new relationships that make a difference, right? Make sure you take care of yourselves so you can take care of one another. Okay. And I do want to thank you all for being here. My cousin just called about this service. So I did to take this call and make sure everything's good. But make sure you all value one another. Do not take anything for granted. No one is guaranteed another day. So do not take it for granted. Be grateful and thankful in all things, right? Gratitude will take you so much further than complaining and murmuring and bickering. So keep that in mind. And all you can do is the best that you can do. So applaud yourself for doing just that. Do not be hard on yourself. Show yourself some love and compassion. Okay. So again, this is our last broadcast for the year, but we will be back on January 6th. We want you to join us, come back, right? And stay tuned. But you can definitely check us out on Facebook. Check out some of our posts that we put up. You can check us out on YouTube, but we definitely want to stay connected with you. This 3 weeks is going to go by quickly, right? But we're going to be doing the work, making changes. We're going to be here for you, waiting to meet back up with you. Okay. So until then, we are so grateful for you. We are so grateful for you all. We love you all. And you have our support. Okay. Here at Peak Home Care Associates, you have our support and our love. And we appreciate the love that we get back, right? Oh, yes. Oh, hold on really quickly. Hand washing. Wash your hands, people. Please wash your hands all the time. I know it's cold and flu season, but, you know, we're germy all year round. So make sure you practice good hygiene, right? Let's not spread germs. We spread love, not germs, right? So make sure you all do that. Thank you so much, Queen. Very good advice. I love you also. Thank you so much. Thank you. You all have a great weekend. Have a great rest of the year. We are going to see you back here January 6th at the Peak Wellness Hour. So until then, peace, love, and blessings. Thank you.